strength. Okay, we're going to start warming up. This is a series of exercises that will work virtually every muscle in your body, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your biceps, your triceps, and your core. Okay, so the way it works is that we do the exercises for around about 40 seconds with a 20-second transition in between each one. Set exercises, and we go through the exercises 3 times. We're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. I suggest maybe what you do before you do this is maybe go for a quick 15-minute walk or run on the spot. We're not going to take a terribly long time warming up here. We're just sort of moving some of our muscles around just to warm up a little bit, get a little bit of mobility happening. Okay, just kicking it crossways. So make sure that you're in a space that you can spring your arms, have full length for your body when we do our mat work. You also will be needing a chair. I've got a dining chair, it's about 40 centimetres high, and I've also got some weights as well, because we'll be using those in our workout. Okay, so just still stretching up and down, going up onto our tippy toes, stretching the calves out. And up and down. And okay, we are going to start with some squats. So what I'll be doing is, as I'm going through these exercises these three times, I'll be adding a slight variation to each of the sets we do. You can use that variation, or you can do the original version as well. So basic squats, we've all done these before. So feet about shoulder width apart, okay? And as you're coming down, you've got to concentrate on a couple of things. You're going to be driving up through your heels, and you are also going to be making sure that your knees stay apart, that they don't bend inwards, and that also your knees are staying well behind your toes. And those knees trapped down about in line with your second toe. Okay, keep chest up, and like I said, driving up through your heels. Oops. Up and down. So each of these exercises in that 40 seconds, we get to do anywhere between 8 to 12 reps. Try to get as deep as you can. And last one. Excellent. So we're moving on to our chair now. So make sure it's pretty steady when you're stepping up on it. And we're really going to be trying to concentrate on using our glutes as we're doing our stepping. The way you do that is you hit the chair with your heel and stepping up. Okay, I have to do this quickly. I'd like to come to a full stand in between each steps. Coming up, really squeeze that core in, squeeze your glutes in as you're doing your stepping up. Doing one leg first, that's doing the leading, and then we're going to swap over to the other side. Okay, going straight into the other side. You don't particularly need a rest for this because you're using a different leg. Set straight the heel, make sure that foot comes flat onto the surface. Fully standing upright in between each. And our last 3, 2, and last 1. Okay, I'm going to grab my trekking pole for this. You don't particularly need it. The next one we're doing is toe taps. It's really good for our balance. Another single leg exercise. So balancing on one foot. Okay, oops, other side. And the arm, alternate arm to the one on the ground, is just going to come forward. So you're keeping that balance. The leg that's up doesn't touch the ground at all. Now, you don't necessarily need the pole. The idea is just helps you balance that little bit. Obviously, you're wanting your leg to be doing the work to try and keep that balance. Don't start going down until you're really secure. Okay, and then we'll swap over to the other side. Getting your balance again. It's going down. Touching that toe. Back up again. Once again, in between each of these, make sure that you come fully upright. Excellent. Nice steady breaths. Oh, and then again, I'll lose the balance a little bit. And last 3. And 2. And 1. Okay, popping this away. Don't use that anymore. And we're back to our squats. So, variation with our squats this time is I'm going to be using some weights. This is called a goblet squat. We're just holding those weights to your chest and coming down. Same technique, you're just using those. You can use some kettlebells, use your backpack, something that's just holding that weight to your chest. Remembering again, driving up through your heels. Slow and steady, keep your chest up. Those knees apart. Nice and controlled. Last 2. And 1. Okay. Pop those weights aside again. Going back to our step-ups. This time, little variation to our step-ups. We're going to do a high knee in between. Same idea though, you're going to be stepping with your heel, lifting right. This time, this other knee is going to come up. Just a little bit more load on that leading foot. Up. And down. Nice and controlled. Last 2. 1 and 2. And just going into the other leg now. Yep. And down. We try to squeeze that glute. As you're doing the lifting, I really concentrate on that being the muscle that lifts you up. One more. Last 3. 2. back to our toe taps. So I'm not going to be using my trekking pole on this one. Little variation to this is if I had my knee bent when I was bending over last time, this time I'm going to be going out with a straight leg at the back. And you'll feel that's just a little bit more of a strain. Once again, that leg that's raised doesn't touch the ground at all. Balancing the whole time on one leg. Going to a full stand each time. Oh, get your wobbles. Up. And last one. Other side. Straight leg out. Very much got my wobbles this time. Really concentrate on finding those wobbles, using the muscles in your foot, your ankle, keep you steady. And last one. Whew, well done. Okay, we're going into back to our squats again with our goblet, with our weights to do our goblet squats. This time we're going to do a squat and hold. So coming down and squat, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back up. Going down, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. And this last one, we're actually going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, that's our 3 lots of squats, and now we're going back to our step ups again, and a little bit of a variation. I'm actually going to keep holding my weights and doing my step ups, holding my weights still. So just be a little bit more that has to actually be stepped up onto the chair. Okay, remember strike with your heel, coming up and down. You could put that knee in as well. What you also could do is pop your backpack on, give you that little bit of extra weight, having to lift up. Get nice and controlled. Concentrating on the glute doing the lifting. Okay, swapping legs. You don't want to put that foot down, that's fine. Get that little bit of extra balance, or keep lifting it up. And last 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Pop the knees off to the side. Okay, we can keep our weights in our hands for our last set of toe taps. Okay, once again, make sure you've got your balance all good, holding steady before you start. Just taking that weight down and up again. Nice and steady. Come to a full stand in between each one. Have that back leg going out, nice and straight. Try not to put that second leg down at all. You're really keeping the balance the whole time on one leg. Last two. 1, 2. Okay, check that out a little bit. And last round on the other leg. Upright. Straight leg back. Bending forward. Concentrating on balancing. Oop. Coming up each time, making sure that core gets engaged each time that you come up. Last two. Oops. 1 and 2. Excellent. That's our legs done. So we are down on our mat now. Spread my towel. Okay, on the mat. Getting ready to do our glute bridges. So feet hip width apart, flat on the ground. Arms are flat on the ground next to you. Push it lower back to the ground. Scoop the pelvis up and hold. Squeezing those glutes. Scoop up and hold. Hold. Push the foot down, which means the core gets engaged. Squeeze as you lift and then holding. And one more of those. Okay, hug your knees to your chest. So next one, we'll be working our core. Just using our legs for now. So our legs up at 90 degrees and just extending each leg out as far as you can. Don't let it rest on the ground. Just coming back up 90 degrees. Breathing out, pushing the lower back to the ground, really using your core for stability. Nice and slow and controlled. Last 1 and 2. Hug your knees to your chest. Takes the strain off your abs. And back to our glute bridges. So what we can do this time is grab our weights and just rest those weights on your pelvis. And you're lifting up, adds a little bit extra. Up, hold, squeeze, and down. Up, hold, squeeze, and down. Really make sure that you do that scooping motion. Pushing the lower back together and kind of scoop your pelvis up with your glute muscles nice and squeezed. for the whole exercise. And one more. Excellent. Pop those weights to the side. This time with this particular one, we're going to add our arms as well. So put our legs up at 90 degrees, arms straight up and alternating arm and leg going down. Remember, push that belly button through your spine onto the ground. Push your lower back onto the ground. Keeps your core engaged. You've got that great stretch from your heel to your tippy toe, tips of your fingers. Breathe out as you extend. And last one on each side. 1 and 2. Okay, squeezing our knees up, get our glutes a little, our abs a little rest. Okay, back to our glute bridge. Once again with our weights, with or without them. And we're going to be coming up. This time we're going to hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down, scoop, up, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down, scoop, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down, scooping up, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, up, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Hugging those knees in again, stretches the glutes, and ready for our abs to do a bit more work. This time you can, if you like, keep the weights in your hands. Knees come up, and once again, alternate arm and leg. This is a little bit harder with the weight. So you're getting a little bit more of an upper body workout as well. And it puts that little bit more work for your abs to do. Okay. And last one. 1 and 2. Excellent. Okay. Take a little bit of a rest here. So hug those knees into your chest. Big stretch it up. Another hug to your chest. Stretch out. Okay, so we're over onto our hands and knees. And take the heel to the ceiling. Right, don't swing your body, really isolate that movement using your glutes. Last 2, 1 and 2, and we're going straight over into the other leg this time. Flex your foot, heel gets driven up, pull your belly button away from the ground, so your core's engaged. Last 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down in that child's pose. Stretch the glutes out. Give your arms a little bit of a rest as well. Nice deep breaths. And coming back up onto those all fours and going into our fire hydrant. So just taking that knee out to the side this time. Doing about 15 on each side. About 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, hands straight to the other side. It's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Once again, stretch the glutes out. Take the weight off your arms. Going flat down onto the mat again. Okay, up onto your elbows this time, and we're going to be holding a plank. We're going to try and hold this plank for 30 seconds. So tuck your toes under, have those elbows under your shoulders, and lifting. Just for 30 seconds. Don't have that bottom way up in the air. Don't have the hips sagging down. I hold a very nice flat back. If you can't do that, drop your knees, but really try and maintain that steadiness through your core still. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Back stretching that out again. Good work. And back up onto our hands and knees, hand back to our donkey kicks. Okay, so 15 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, straight to the other side. Keeping nice and steady. Foot flexed, heels to the ceiling. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. Go down to rest again. Then 2, 15, 5 hydrants, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Straight to the other side. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Stretch that out again. Arms at rest. Glutes get a nice stretch out. Throw it a cobra this time. Stretch back out a little bit. Back, child's pose. And we're going to be going back to our plank. So, flat down on the mat. Toes tucked under. And lifting up. Again, I'm trying to hold this for 30 odd seconds. We should try work up to doing a full minute. Ultimate full body exercise, this one. That's it. Start getting a little bit weak with it. Drop your knees. Okay, hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Taking that back, stretch, and get out again. One more round. Going up on our hands and knees. Little bit different this time. We're going to do our bird dog. So we're going to take one arm out and stretch out that alternate leg. Stretching out and really trying to get that big stretch from your tippy toes, from your fingertips to your heel. Fully feel it right across your core. Using that core to keep really steady. Last one on each side. 1 and 2. Bringing it down. And we will go into our last plank. In position. And going for a full minute this time. Lifting up. Till when each 20 seconds has gone past. Really try, like I said, if you need to drop your knees down in between, but just don't completely flop down. So we've already done 20 seconds, 2/3 of the way there. Holding it nice and steady. And have a little rest after this. Just be working our upper body. That's another 20 seconds down. Hold it for that last 20 if you can. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Excellent. Okay, once again, using that child's pose to stretch out. Good work. Such a good exercise, the plank. Stretching out. Back to the child's pose again. Really work those glutes and abs quite hard. Well done. So, happy hop. And I'm going to finish doing some work on our biceps and triceps. So once again, you need to grab your weights. And we're going to start with our bicep curls. So like I said, I've got 2 kilo weights. which aren't particularly heavy. You should be able to kind of easily do this with 3 kilos, maybe even 5 kilo weights. Obviously, the heavier the weight you get, the more you're going to build up your muscles. So let's get that posture right. We're standing feet shoulder width apart, tucking that pelvis under and lifting up, doing our bicep curls. Okay. So keeping that tension still as we go down. Don't really release all the way. You're still holding that little bit of a tension as you're coming down. And back up. Steady breaths. Pulling up on that pelvic floor as you're standing here. Keeping that core nice and engaged. And last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, excellent. Roll those shoulders a little bit, and we're going into our tricep dips. So take those 2 weights. If that's too heavy, put one of them down and extending out. Really make sure that your pelvis is tucked back for this, that your back's not swaying to get that pressure on your lower back. If you find that your back gets too sore doing this, you might do it actually sitting down. Nice and steady, keep the elbows back. And last 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, roll the shoulders, have a little bit of a rest in between. What I'm going to do for this next round is I'm going to double my weight. So I've got 4 kilos in one hand, and then I'm going to swap over halfway, do 4 kilos in the other side. So do 15 on each side. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, swapping over to the other side. Like I said, try keep that tension all the way, holding those weights still up a little bit. And don't release altogether. I think that's about 8. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Again, small rest. Release those shoulders a little bit. Hand, triceps again. 2 weights, elbows back. Tuck that pelvis back so you're not taking the pressure on your lower back. As you go up. And really try to get that depth down the lower back. Okay, we'll go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Again, a little bit of a rest. Back to our bicep curls again. I'm still going to be using our 4 kilos in one side. Okay, this time I'm only going to go halfway. Halfway, really feel, I'm going to use that to hold those weights in place. A little bit harder. You're not getting that release. It's that muscle working the whole way. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. And going halfway. That little bit more effort to hold it steady. That's 6, I think. When you're doing these, it's kind of hard for me to talk and count at the same time. Just try to do about 15 on each side. Okay, and 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. A little bit of rest. Round a little bit. And last step of tricep dips. And up we go. And keep the elbows tucked back. Always tucked under, soft knees. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Put those weights to the side and give our arms a nice stretch. Good work. So we've used quite a few of our muscles, all the muscles that are so necessary when we hike. Now we just need to cool down, stretch them all out a little bit. Okay, other hand over, reaching down the middle of that back. Roll those shoulders backwards. And rolling forwards. We'll do a nice deep squat up and standing as tall as possible and release. Stretching up nice and high. Stretching up nice and high. I'm just going to pop down onto the floor and do a couple more stretches. Okay, putting our soles of our feet together, sitting up nice and tall, just using our elbows, pushing out our knees nice and gently, sitting up very straight. Nice deep breath, just getting that stretch across our inner thigh. Okay, I'm going to flip around here. So one leg goes out straight, the other sole of your foot goes towards your knee, and I'm just going to twist around. And reaching forward as far as you can go. You can go around the back of your toe, great. Might only be to your knee. Just bring a really gentle pull, not too hard. Then taking that foot on the other side of your knee and twisting around. Use your elbow for a little bit of leverage. Undo that. Other foot flat. Leg flat. Foot to your inside of your knee. Twisting around. Very gently. Coming forward. Stretching down. Just very gently pulling your head towards your knee. And that stretch down your back. Don't overdo it. Excellent. Coming back up. Foot on the outside of your knee and twisting around. Okay, and we'll very slowly stand up, finish with 3 nice deep breaths in, stretching up and flopping down. Nice and floppy. Another one, deep breath in. And flopping down. Last one. Flopping down. Excellent. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that and you get nice and strong for hiking.